Yeah. Hello, people. David Daniels here, bringing you Seeds of Wisdom, hopefully. Now, how many of you watched my video yesterday evening? Yeah, it was yesterday evening. About when I set my first ever challenge, the edification challenge, all about building someone up, leaving someone a positive message, letting them know how it impacted your life. I got a lot of good comments about this. Some people called it inspiring, which was really inspiring to me. So, um, for me, I've had a bit of a funny week, but I've been a bit tired the last week and a half. So I was saying to people at the very maximum would to be to build someone up. That's my son calling me from upstairs, and my other son calling me. They should be in bed. Right, let's see how we get on with this. But yeah, I was saying about building someone up, leaving someone a positive message every day. But if you can do it every day, then every week, every month, every year, so on and so forth. So I'm going for weekly at the moment. It's got to be realistic. Um, and yeah, I'm feeling a bit tired this week, but I'm getting there. I'm getting pumped up. So today, I don't know if these boys can hear me live, but they should be in bed. Anyway, yeah. So edification was based off me bringing a definition to the word edify last week. Some of you may know what it already meant. Some people know it's not a word I've heard too often. But yeah, I'm just loving words at the moment, and a word that's I like the sound of words. This word paradigm. What does it mean? It means a new way of looking at something, or a new way of looking at someone. So yeah, I've been doing these Facebook lives for I don't know, a couple of weeks now. So I think it's time to step it up a level. So I've got some props. So does anyone remember one of these? Let's turn this camera over. Does anyone remember one of these? Bonus prize if you get the answer right. No? One of these? You youngsters, do you remember what this is? Yep, it's got wire attached to it. Goes in the phone line. It's a telephone. So someone had a paradigm shift, a new way. You don't want to look at, oh, my wife's going to kill me looking at this floor. Um, Someone had a paradigm shift on how to communicate with each other. So they invented a telephone. But it doesn't stop there. So to use that kind of telephone, you had to plug it into a phone line. You'd be restricted on how far you can move. So someone had a paradigm shift, and they came up with this little baby. Ah, right here. I'm sure you will know what this is. Yeah, this is a mobile phone. Now, back in the day when it first came out, you used to have to be stand in very particular places. You used to have to carry a briefcase for a battery. Hey, Josh, you're young man. You know what this is? Mobile phone. Don't even remember what one of these was. Corded phone. But anyway, I'm talking about paradigm shift, about a new way of looking at things or someone. So yeah, from the corded phone came a mobile phone. Now, back in the day, you used to be only able to make phone calls, and some of you thinking, what? You can just make phone calls? Yeah, that's all it was used for. Phone calls and I think text messages. Don't quote me on that. But then someone else or a group of people had a paradigm shift and thought, right, hold on, how can we develop this? And now we could do everything on this. You can play games on this. The games on these phones are better than the games I used to have on my computer. Um, you can record video, camera, um, go on the internet, connect with people just like I'm doing this Facebook Live, all because someone or a group of people had a paradigm shift. They saw a new way of using something before making it reality. Anything that's become a reality, a product or service, must have been born in the mind first. Now, why am I talking about this? Because often we need to see ourselves in a new light in order to move on to think better things. How many times have you told yourself or heard someone say, oh, I can never do that. Oh, no. Everyone else can do that, but me, I can never do that. I can never do public speaking. I can never make eye contact. I'm too shy. I'm always going to be shy. But until you have that paradigm shift, that new way of looking at yourself, you're right, you will stay in that same space. Or if you can't do it, other people can do it. Have a paradigm shift about you. And there's so many examples of that. Oh, my daughter's calling me. Yeah? It's in the oven. Alright, I'm just doing a video. Okay. Real life. Family life. Got my boy crying upstairs and my daughter's cooking. Anyhow. Yeah, so many examples of people who've had a paradigm shift. And me, I'm a sportsman, I like sports. So Usain Bolt, we all know him for running the 100 metres, but he's actually a 200 metre runner. And again, don't quote me how the story goes. I think his coach. Boys having it. Sorry, my wife. Hold on 1 minute. Listen, you can go in the kitchen. You're in the kitchen. I'm not in the kitchen.
That's in the living room.
Sorry, bit of family drama there. Yeah, so other people can see you in a different light before you can see yourself in that light. So Usain Bolt, none was actually a 200 metre runner. Yes, a specialist, but his coach, I think, saw him as a 100 metre runner, and now he's broken the world records. He's the fastest man on this world ever at 100 metre. Who knows if Usain Bolt might have questioned his coach? He might have thought, I'm a 200 metre runner. I can't run 100 metre. But because the coach may have had that belief in him and saw him before he was actually in that position, Usain must have had to be willing to try something new. You got to be willing to try something new. And yeah, I've called this the paradigm game because you may not be used to see yourself in your life. So have a bit of fun with it. Whatever you wanted to achieve in your life, whatever you want to be as a kid, imagine yourself in that role. What does it feel like? What does it look like? Visualize it. Visualize it strongly. So have a bit of fun with it. That's why I called it the paradigm game. Now, some of the worst people at playing the paradigm game are your nearest and dearest, your friends, your family. You could have a fantastic idea. You could see yourself doing something you've never done before, and your family and friends are the ones to say, no, you can't do that. What makes you think you can do that? Who are you to think that? And they just knock that dream out of you. And I don't know if you've ever known someone or if you've had it yourself. Sometimes you worked in an organisation, you want to move into a different position, but because people don't see you in that way, they just see you for where you are right now. You've had to leave that company, and sometimes you come back in that position because you've left, you've developed yourself, and you've come back. Paradigm. And sometimes it's a case like you may be working with people, you may be elevated to say a team leader, and you have to leave the people you work with. You can't manage them because they only see you at the level they're used to, and now all of a sudden you've raised up and you've gone to manage them, and they don't like it because they've only seen you, and they question it. So playing the paradigm game may involve changing some friends, standing up for yourself and your family, going it alone and not letting them be privy to what you're doing. And you see yourself in one way, but someone else can see in a completely different way. It's kind of linked to edification, building people up, seeing them in a light they can't see themselves. So have a go, play the paradigm game. You never know what could happen. I'll go keep this one short and sweet. Family madness going on. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Look at me. I never saw myself doing this. Never, ever, ever, ever. And now I'm doing this, and other people called out to me and said, there's a need for genuine people like yourself, speaking from the heart, not polished, etc. And all that seeping into my head and thinking, well, maybe I can go on a bigger public speaking stage. Who knows? I'm just doing this for now. But that's going to take a paradigm shift in my mind to lift the self-limiting beliefs that I have, that I've grown up with, that my environment has given calls to me. So have a think about it. But keep up the edification challenge. That's the main one. This is just a game. This is play around, but a bit serious in it. Think deeply about what you want to do. Speak to other people who you respect. But have a think about it. And I'm off. See you later.